Here's a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
Oh, never for a moment did I doubt you'd grow stronger someday. Having said that, 'tis quite a relief.
There's no discipline.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
He really ought to have returned by now.
'Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
Someone must have the answers we seek. If we ask around, we might just find them.
Mayhaps it's time I went looking for it. It's pushed my ears on it. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with this.
A treasure chest! Oh, I can hardly wait to open it!
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations. Back's not acting.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhaps his time when...
Oh. What does this say?
Let's have a look then.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I'll gather these now. It would be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look. Now here's a surprise.
The thrill of discovery never gets old. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Can't help but...
This is for you, master. I thought it might come in useful.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that, if you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit reborant ourselves, or simply... purchase some at Runa's apothecary here in Melve.
Yes, of course. I see it now.
Mayhaps his time away looking for it. He's post my ears on it. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself.
Mayhap it is time I laid down my tools.
It's been a hard day.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
Try not to get hit. Let's all out of here and go to waste.
I would seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
You've been doused in oil! You must stay clear of fire!
Together, we are indomitable.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
We have obtained that which Miss Flora requested. Shall we go and deliver it to her? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Pincushion!
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Twould seem we have all we need to hand.
Feels eerie with no one about.
Lots to do. What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhaps it's time I went looking for.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roborant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying. Indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may.
Right you are. The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
I knew it to be so. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
These beams are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Over here, if you would.
Was most effective. What a fascinating way to end the bow. This will serve for a fine tale when I rejoin my master beyond the river. Truly. It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Come, I'll lead the way.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the saurian's nest, and your task is done.
Now we're to throw a jar of poison. Be sure to handle it with care, Master.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on end.
I'll gladly stay a while. How might I be of service?
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Ah, excellent find.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once...
Well done, Master. Those saurian shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
'Tis done.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me.
I'm about ready for a break.
This is just what I needed.
for one day.
What am I to do? You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my ears. Yet if aught had befallen.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Do come again.